No, today's Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, Monday, Tuesday.
All right.
I forgot the days.
That's okay. So it is Wednesday. That means it would have been Leo's first game. So it's CJ's story. Go Siege.
More annoying of villagers.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that all the millions of people on YouTube are bored of it?
It's just 2 videos. Come on.
Okay. More annoying villagers. Okay. I'm thinking. Let's think. Still trying to think. Can't quite do it yet. I want something that's new and fun and exciting. Okay. Once upon a time, Elvie and the Siege woke up and they had a delicious breakfast. They went and found some eggs, cracked them open, and mixed them up with some milk and a little bit of pepper. And then they went out, planted some wheat seeds, threw bone meal on them, harvested the wheat, made a loaf of bread, cut it up, and they dunked the bread in the egg solution, and then they fried it up. And they had French toast. And then they took the remainder of the milk and they whipped it until they made some butter. And they put the butter on the French toast. And then they took some sugar and they mixed it with some seeds, tree seeds, with a sapling. And they planted it, threw bone meal on it. It grew into a tree, a maple tree. And they crafted a special spigot. They put the spigot in the tree, turned it on, and maple syrup came out. And they had French toast with butter and maple syrup, plus some orange juice. And now it was time for them to go out and do something. And the Siege said, "Isn't it great that we don't have jobs?" And Elvie said, "It's so great. We don't even have to pay bills or get money or do anything." The Siege said, "Yeah, so great." And Elvie said, "So great." And then the Siege said, "It's so great." And Elvie said, "That is so great is what I said." And the Siege said, "No, I'm saying it is so great." And the Elvie said, "It is so great." And the Siege said, "It's so great." And the Elvie said, "It's great." And the Siege said, "Oh, great. That's great. They exploded so loud that the noise was too great for nature to handle, and all you could hear was some explosions with intermediate silence. But then an annoying villager walked by, and the Siege said, "Oh no, look out." And he just left. And Elvie said, "Whew, maybe he didn't see us." And then another one went by. The Siege said, "Oh no, this guy's going to see us. Don't move." And Elvie just watched him walk by. Then a little ways later, down the road, another one was walking by. And they just walked straight by him. Always coming from one side and going to the other side. And Elvie said, "What, are they sleepwalking?" And the Siege said, "I don't know. I don't want to find out. They might see us and try to annoy us." And so Elvie and the Siege just kept walking. And Elvie said, "Where are we going?" And the Siege said, "I have no idea. We're just going to walk this direction." And another annoying villager crossed right by him. Said Elvie. And they kept on walking, and they found kind of a road type of thing, and they kept on walking down the road, dirt road. And annoying villagers were coming out of the forest from the right, and just walking all across the path they were on to the left and going back into the forest. And the Siege was like, "What on?" And Elvie said, "Shh, don't say it so loud." And they kept on walking before them, behind them, in between them, all around them. Not one of them said a word. And Elvie said, "This is so annoying." And the Siege said, "I know, they won't even say anything. It's like the quietest, annoyingest villagers ever." And Elvie said, "I'm just getting so sick of this. Why are they walking that way?" The Siege said, "I have no idea. Maybe they're all going to jump off a cliff." And Elvie said, "That would be awesome. I want to see that." And the Siege said, hey, that's actually a really good idea. Let's follow them. So they turned and walked to the left into the forest. They kept on walking, and there was annoying villagers everywhere. And annoying villagers usually just walk a few feet, stop, and go, But these guys just kept walking. And Elvie and the Siege walked through the forest, and then there was a cliff. And some of them were falling off the cliff, but others of them were just walking around the cliff. And some of the ones that fell off the cliff lost all their hearts and had to respawn, but the other ones just kept getting up and keep walking. Elvie says, this is really weird. And they came up to a fence, and the annoyinger villagers were piling up on the fence, just flopping on top of one another. And they kept flopping and flopping and flopping until they made a human bridge, and then annoyinger villagers walked right over the top of them and fell down on the other side of the fence. And they kept on going. It was the strangest thing. And Elvie and the Siege walked up and over the bridge, or the pile of annoyinger villager bodies. They weren't dead. They were just not even talking. And Elvie said, so annoying. And the Siege said, I know, these guys. And then they kept on walking. They came to a large body of water. They could see the other side. And the annoyinger villagers just walked straight into the water. They kept walking in. They weren't coming out the other side, though. They were just kept walking and walking and walking in. Pretty soon the whole place was filled with annoyinger villagers. Like thousands of annoyinger villagers in this huge lake. And then there was enough of them that the other annoyinger villagers just walked across their heads and got to the other side. And the Siege said, they haven't even done one annoying thing yet. It's so annoying. And then they heard It was like an earthquake of hums, so loud, just beyond the next ridge. They kept on walking. And Elvie said, don't get too close to this ridge, because we don't know what's on the other side. But it was too late. Some annoyinger villagers bumped into him from behind and pushed him up. And Elvie was like, hey, don't push us. And the Siege was like, we don't want to go over this ridge. And on the other side of the ridge was a huge chasm. And Elvie was like, the Siege, don't fall into the chasm. And the annoyinger villagers kept pushing him. And the Siege fell in. But Elvie grabbed his hand. It's okay. And then they pushed Elvie in. And Elvie grabbed onto a stick that was sticking out of the edge of the chasm. And they were dangling there. And as they looked, annoyinger villagers came walking over the edge and just fell into the chasm. And they would go and land on the bottom. Most always they would lose all their hearts and they would respawn somewhere. But there was a few that had landed and didn't lose their hearts. They landed in little splotches of water and things. And that group was growing and growing and growing. And then the stick that Elvie was holding onto that was sticking out of the side of the cliff started to break. And Elvie said, it's going to break. Do something. The Siege said, okay, I'll hang onto your arm and dangle here. And Elvie said, no, do something else. It's going to break. The Siege said, okay, I'll imagine that I can fly. It's not working. And Elvie's stick broke. And they fell. They landed in a block of water. They were okay. They got out. And annoyinger villagers were raining down from up above. And this went on for a long time. And the chasm started to fill up. And Elvie said, we should get going. We should try to find a way out of here. They tried to move, but they couldn't. And more villagers. They were all around them. It went into the night. And the next morning, they were just face to face with annoyinger villagers. They couldn't even see where they were. And Elvie was like, hold on to my hand so we don't get lost. And the Siege held on to Elvie's hand, and Elvie held on to the Siege's hand. And there was like noses right in their face and eyeballs right in their eyeballs. And they couldn't even move. And then they heard Hi, can I have your attention? And all the annoying villagers turned around and faced one direction. Elby said, the sage, I can't even see what's going on. And then the voice said, welcome to Annoying Villagers of the Whole World meeting. And the sage said, every annoying villager in the world is here. And then Elby said, just be quiet. And then he said, please turn to your neighbor and greet them. And everybody turned to everybody and said, hi, hello, greetings, hello. And they were right, just nose to nose. And guys were just like almost slobbering all over Elby and the siege. Hi, hello, how are you? I would like to say hi to you. Hi, I'm going to say hello in just a minute. Hello, would you like to meet me? It's me. Just say yes or hi. And Elby and the siege were being annoyed so badly they couldn't even believe it. No, said Elby. No, said the siege. And Elby said, we gotta do something. And the siege said, we gotta blow up all these annoying villagers. And Elby said, okay, do you have any armor? And the siege said, yeah, I got some gold armor. And Elby said, I got some iron armor. And they put on their armor as best they could. Meanwhile, all the annoying villagers were like, and the guy said, okay, now turn to your other neighbor and say hi. And all the other annoying villagers turned and turned to Elby and the siege and put their noses right in their faces and said, hello, hi, how are you? Greetings from me. And one of them said, I am me and I'm going to greet you. Greet. And another one said, I'm going to wave. And they just kept annoying him so bad. And Elby said, okay, I got my armor on. And the siege said, I got my armor on. And Elby said, okay, can you get a block out? And the siege said, I got a block of TNT. And Elby said, okay, throw it down. And he said, I can't. Annoying villagers are everywhere. I can't even put a block anywhere. And Elby said, try to dig a hole. And Elby got out of, the siege got out a pickaxe and dug a hole. And it instantly filled with like 10 annoying villagers. Hi. And the siege said, we're not getting out of here, Elby. Elby said, wait. Do you have any flint and steel? The siege said, yeah. And Elby said, we're going to have to burn all these annoying villagers. And the siege said, oh, that's so terrible, cruel. And Elby said, it's either that or buckets of lava. And the siege said, all right, let's burn them. And Elby said, they'll respawn. It'll be okay. And so, and Elby said, it's not working. They keep filling up. Hi, would you like to meet me? I would like to meet you. If I were you, I would meet myself right now. Hi, greetings. And Elby was like, the siege, don't let go of my hand. What can we do? And the siege said, I got it. And Elby said, what? And the siege said, I got a bucket of water. And Elby said, oh, why didn't we think of that? And the siege took his bucket of water and dumped it on the ground. And it made a big, huge circle. And all the annoying villagers were pushed away. And Elby said, I can see. And the siege said, yeah, don't get pushed back into the crowd. So they kind of had to continuously run in the water. And then Elby said, let's just put a block right here. And the siege said, okay, but we got to do it quick because as soon as we do, the annoying villagers are going to come back in. So we got to build you put a block and I'll put a block. And we'll block up out of here. And Elby said, okay, on the count of 3. And the siege said, okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. And they each put a block down, jumped up on it, put another block down, jumped up on it, put another block down, jumped up on it. And all the annoying villagers closed in all around their feet. Hi out there. Would you like to say hi? I'd like to say hi to your feet. Hi, feet. Hello. And then the guy said, okay, attention everybody. The meeting of all the annoying villagers in the world is over. Bye. And they all left, just about as quickly as you could imagine. Elby and the siege blocked up out of the chasm. and walked all the way home. And they told Jud Spice all about it. The end. Oh, wow. It was a long one. What's it called?
Let me see.
15 minutes. What's it called, guys?
Oh, it's called Annoying Your Villagers Attacking Ellie in the Siege.
Attacking?
Mm-hmm.
What about Annoying Your Villagers of the World meeting?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Villagers of the World meeting.
Okay. Thanks for changing it for me.